There's so much history to this space, to this area, and here we are in this day and age trying to reinvigorate it in some way. That was a challenge, continues to be a challenge. But it's a wonderful one, and I think we're both here for it. You say your name, and then you say, we're the owners of the Starlite Motel.
Isn't that what we did last time?
No. I'm Adriana Farmiga.
And I'm Alex Heumann, and we're the owners of the Starlite Motel in Kerhonkson, New York.
So fast. You're like...
Oh, sorry. Am I talking too fast? Oh, she said I was.
The Starlite Motel is located in the town of Kerhonkson, upstate New York in Ulster County. It's a clean 2 hours from New York City.
I think this area is very close to a lot of the most spectacular hiking, biking, mountain climbing, skiing in the Northeast. And people are really looking to get outdoors now, and I think that that's a huge draw to this area.
I've been coming up to Kerhonkson pretty much my entire life. So my family is Ukrainian. We're a family of political refugees from the former Soviet Union. And as was typical in the time that I was growing up, a lot of Eastern Europeaners would come up to the Catskills, which resembles the Carpathian Mountains very closely.
I had been working in the fashion world for years, and part of my job was to travel around the world, and subsequently I stayed at a lot of hotels, motels, hostels, a lot of different types of places. I basically started coming up here about 15 years ago and just kind of fell in love with the Hudson Valley. I think the nature is some of the most beautiful in this area.
The transition from being civilians to motel owners did have an interesting structure to it in that we had never done it.
We had been driving by this motel for about 10 years and wondering what was going on. One day, I just decided to pull in and knock on the door, and that's when I met the owner, Hildegard.
This is one of our favorite photos. This is an image of Hildegard Simchik. So Hildegard owned and ran the motel with her husband for about 30 years, and we love her to bits.
I introduced myself and said I was, a local from the area, and I had wanted to meet her and see the motel. The motel wasn't even for sale, and we were just having a conversation about it. And finally, one day, I got a phone call from her, and she said, "This is Hildegard, and I think I'm ready to sell the motel."
Okay, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a very direct collision of Japanese, Scandinavian, Borscht Belt, Americana. In the Venn diagram where all of these things overlap, there is likely to be a product that is light pink with turquoise blue or aqua blue doors and a red motel sign and a blue sky up above.
It just was of interest, mostly because I think the neon sign kind of captured our attention. We just thought it was so cool. And I think it's the only neon sign left on 209.
The reason why we decided to stick with the older sign and not put up something more modern, sans serif, LED, quite just yet, is because this is an area that is rich in history, and the motel has its own rich history, and I think we wanted to build upon that. So having that history greet you at literally the entry to the motel was something that we felt was important to hold on to. It will have 16 rooms. It currently has 10 rooms available.
We have 6 rooms left to renovate.
Forgot about that.
So this is the old honeymoon suite.
It sure is.
Oh my God.
Honeymoon vibes.
Let's get rid of this paneling, right, Farm?
The power of the wedge, my friends.
I will grab some. Don't hurt me. Amazing. Yeah. Look at that old insulation.
It's too bad you can't capture musty smell from the 70s on camera, because that is definitely a component that I'm feeling.
Look, there's a roll of $100 bills in here.
Wow, amazing. I would say that it was a strategic takeover. where we preserved some elements and then what our vision was for its future.
We ripped everything out that was in it, the bad carpet, the wallpaper we took out. We added solid oak floors that we found that were $1 a square foot, and we couldn't say no to that.
Before we renovated, it looked very different. It was definitely part of another era. For example, I took a video early on where the curtains matched the wallpaper, matched the bedspreads, all in a floral print, and what wasn't covered in that print was painted yellow. I think we thought it would be better and more appropriate to update it.
We wanted to create more of like an idea that you could come up here and really escape and have this luxurious room. So we added king beds, and we created kind of a little bit of a headboard with painted pine boards behind the bed. So we have, you know, again, another texture, another wood, but it's all neutral.
The desk and the bench were both made by the same craftsman that is up the road from us in Accord here, so that's a nice tie-in to the Adirondack chairs that are on the back decks of each of these rooms. Same thing with the chair. So the rooms are very much considerate of the experience of having a break, feeling good, being healthy. We have good coffee and we have nice pillows, and I think that felt important. I mean, the rooms, they're nice size rooms, but they're not that spacious, so it made sense to maximize it.
So last summer we painted the entire building, strawberries and cream, and as soon as we painted it, we were so excited because it just immediately transformed the building into this new idea of what the motel could be.
I realized early on that there's this beautiful backyard area to the motel that should be experienced by the motel guests. So I had originally envisioned a small deck for people to be able to go outside and sip their coffee or play the guitar or something. Alex had taken the deck idea and doubled or tripled it. So now we have these spacious back decks that you could effectively have a yoga class on the weekend.
Where did you think it was going to be to?
Well,
like
I thought
here?
it was going to end, like, maybe here, like...
Wait, here where?
Like here.
But how deep out?
Like out to here. Like, my idea was just something small, modest. And, you know, this is better than I could ever have imagined. Community has always been important to me. Being able to imagine the space of the motel as a space for community and art and food and events seemed particularly compelling. So for the movie tonight, what's the breakdown?
We have to get the bar set up.
Oh, the music.
The music we have to get set up.
You have a playlist?
I do.
Awesome. And it's all 80s?
Yeah, it's pretty much all 80s.
Tonight, we're very excited because we'll have our first drive-in movie experience at the motel. We want to welcome you to our first annual drive-in movie experience at the Starlite Motel. We'll be screening a film called The Stuff because part of it was filmed at the motel. It's pretty campy.
It's the campiest movie
so
ever.
It's, you know, it's fun for a drive-in movie experience. I think the moments that have been the most exciting for me have been just getting feedback from people. I think it's one thing to be in a project, but when the work ends up out in the world and you hear something back from the audience, it makes all the difference. So I think hearing from people in the community and guests like, oh, we love what you're doing and this is great, that's been the most rewarding so far. I mean, there have been many moments that have been epic and exciting, but I think it's those small day-to-day affirmations that we get from people that keep us going and are telling us like, yeah, you're maybe doing something okay here.
It's lit, it's starlit.
It is starlit. All right, we're on.